Hi, I'm Caroline from Right Now Residential. This is your London property market update for December 2022. The average price of property coming onto the market is actually continuing to drop, and we are now seeing price reductions happening more readily across SE1 and very central London. This is because motivated sellers are now trying to capture buyer interest in a very big attempt to try and get their property sold this side of Christmas. The market is becoming increasingly price sensitive. However, we are actually noticing that the accepted offers are still within about 97.5% of asking price. If you're really motivated about selling your property, you do now need to make sure your property is very realistically aligned. Those that simply aren't going to be attracting buyer activity in the current climate. Where a market is softening or actually declining ever so slightly, it's actually better to be making sure that you're not chasing the wave and constantly moving behind it, but it may be better to actually make a slightly larger price adjustment, making yourself priced more competitively and attractively for buyers, giving you the best chance of securing a sale. Property prices are very much like stocks and shares. Prices go up and down dependent on the climate that we are in. Now obviously that may mean that for you, right now is not the right time to be selling as you may have taken a loss, which is absolutely fine. However, it's worth bearing in mind that if we are expecting price reductions over the next sort of 12 to 24 months, if you then come to sell in that time period, you may be making even further of a loss than you are right now. Buyer demand most definitely has softened. This is obviously due to the cost of living going up, rents going up, and obviously the mortgage rates recently shooting right up, but they are now showing signs of coming back down. However, there are still many buyers who are very much active, but it does mean that your pool of active applicants is a little bit smaller than it would have been before. Now more than ever, it's really important that you price realistically if you're seriously looking to sell. If you're a buyer who's waiting for a property crash or super low mortgages to return, then it's time to have a real rethink. Speaking with the economics editor of the Sunday Times, David Smith, he has agreed that property prices in 2023 in central London, although they will fall, prices are only expected to come down by about 5% versus what you may have read in the media with prices expected up to sort of 20%, so nothing quite as drastic as that. If you are looking to buy and expecting those mortgage rates to come down, again, that's unexpected to come down to the low rates that we were having before of about 2%. The good news though is that average rates have now dropped below 6% for the very first time over the last few months. In SE1 we are seeing the most activity in the first time buyer market, so that's really where prices are about £625,000 and below. Now in the current climate, all homeowners need to have a little bit more patience than they probably would normally expect in order to get their property sold. This is because where buyers have retreated, we are simply dealing with a much smaller pool of buyers, so whilst they are active, there are just simply fewer people currently out looking that we need to be attracting. If you're considering selling your home early on in the new year, December is the perfect month to prepare your home. There's a couple of things that you'll need to think about. So first of all, your property valuation. Secondly, about staging and styling, making sure that your property is at its optimal level to really attract your buyer. And thirdly, make sure you get all your paperwork ready, as there can be plenty to do to get your property ready to launch. If you're a buyer and you're actively looking to buy right now, it's now more important than ever to make sure you do speak with our brokers. New products are coming back to the market and rates are changing daily. Another thing to remember is also about how you're making an offer to a prospective homeowner. There's no point making offers at sort of 20% below the market value. It will only damage your potential of negotiating in the future process. For anything property related, whether it's sales, lettings or property management, get in touch today. We'd love to help you.